Good morning. Hi, Spiritually Wealthy here today, and I'm here to do another video because I was compelled to. This time, I really don't have notes. It's kind of like out of my head because in the beginning, before I was going to make the video, I was going to talk about anger, like operating from anger, fear, and frustration within relationships. Um, that's what I was gonna talk about. And I kept like feeling this pressure like to talk about it. And then I said, let me open the Bible. And what compelled me was I kind of did, I don't know if it was a fast, but a half fast because I did drink some wine yesterday, and it was kind of like subliminal. But then in the end, I'm like, dang, I'm kind of fasting because I didn't eat nothing all day. So I was like, I guess with that, God has like come closer to me, and I actually opened the Bible, and I was thinking about how um, certain things that happened over the past week has resulted from me acting in anger or like putting my defenses up or how like certain things are pushing certain people away, and I'm just realizing certain things about me that is like, oh, I need to really work on. And it's my anger issues, basically like being triggered with certain things like in relationships and stuff like that. See, my issue was that like when people come to me, or if love came to me, I would operate within, like, I would operate out of like fear, or operate out of the act of being rejected. If that makes any sense to you guys, like I was just operating from a scared place in my life, like, and then in return it would just make me be mean, or it would just make me like not be nice to the other person, or not show them the attention that I'm seeking, because it's not just about me, it's about the other person too, it's showing me that how selfish I am being within relationships, and how I shouldn't just like be so open to where, like somebody's going to take advantage of me, but I do need to be open a little bit where the person can get to know me. But then again, it's all contradictive for me. Why? Because I want to open up, but then I'm afraid because maybe they might not like me if I open up to them, or they might, you know, you know, yeah, they might not like me, or they just think I'm boring, or it's just like a bunch of stuff, or I might open up and they can take advantage of me, stuff like that. So I'm always got my guards up and stuff like that, and plus going through a relationship of where I was always feeling like I was, you know. Mm, like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like I wasn't being appreciated, or I was taking him for granted, and we was both taking each other for granted, or however. But I was in a relationship that taught me, or is showing me how I was acting, or how I became the act. So, for instance, going through the relationship has made my heart a little harder with men, that is. And it's just hard for me to like open up and be nice and try to be fake about stuff. Not like I'm not going to take no BS either, but I have to be able to, like I said, open up and do a mutual thing of reciprocation of attention and affection and stuff like that. But I know in the past I've been hurt trying to do stuff like that. So it's like all contradictive, like I said. So it's so hard. And I wanted to make a video about how me acting from a point of fear has driven certain people away, or me just acting this way has led me to feel like so guarded, and people see me as differently, and I'll come off to people. So I need to learn how to deal with my anger, basically. learning to deal with my anger in a better way, and learning not to let people trigger me, and learning not how to explode and operate from fear within relationships, because it's all combining into one. It's just not gonna work, and I have to change it if I want it to be better, and I want to bring better people and positive energy into my life. I do have to be honest about what it is that I want in life and what I want from others, and they have to be honest about it for me. But it's not always honesty. People are not always honest, so you just have to be careful with who you deal with and why and how you deal with a certain person. So, um, yeah, the anger, me dealing with the anger, it just pushes people away, and it causes certain issues that you got to resolve, you got to deal with in the long run. It's just like, oh my God, now I got to deal with this issue, I got to deal with that. Now you got to say sorry and sorry and sorry. I don't want to be no sorry person. I just want to do things that I don't have to apologize for. So now I have to take time, step back, and think about it. Think about what I'm doing. And the grand thing that made me actually make this video today is because I was telling myself, yes, I want to fast. I need a clear fast before the New Year's. And I want to stop operating out of anger. And God is showing me, because I did a fast for this, and He's showing me what it is I need to work on. And it's like deep. It's not just like, oh, I can work on it today and it's going to change. But I think with God, I know with God, He will help me, because He led me to the Bible this morning. And before I made this video, I from yesterday to today, and I was just thinking and thinking. I'm like, anger. I keep thinking about anger, like, and why I'm operating from this, point of anger. And I read in the Bible this morning. First, I read Deuteronomy. I opened the Bible up. As a matter of fact, I didn't change not one page. I opened it up, and I came to this page, which is Deuteronomy 31. First I read chapter 32. I didn't really understand it. It says, it's like, give ear, O ye heavens, I will speak and hear, O earth, the words of thy mouth. Right? So it's just talking about like how God was promising the Israelites, I think, the children of Israel. Yeah, he was talking about how he was going to bless the children of Israel with milk and honey from the land and stuff like that. And how he he doesn't want you guys to deter from him. And I kind of wasn't understanding, right? So then I went back and I read from verse 30th, chapter 31 verse 20. And as I started to read, he saw God was talking about how He brought the people to the land, and they was eating the milk and honey, and they was all full, and they was happy, and then they started to turn from God. Now God brought them to this place, and they started to turn. So God brought me here to this place, right, in a good place of where I'm at, and I'm starting to turn from Him, because I'm starting to look into horoscopes and stuff like that online and stuff like that, and I shouldn't. And that was a message towards me, right? So, and as I kept going, and it says all of that should come to pass when your mouths and you guys forget about me in your imagination. Tarot readings for me, not readings, but watching the videos and actually going into the newspaper and reading the tarot, Leo, horoscopes. Basically, that was what spoke to me, the imagination, which they go about. And he basically talked about, in the end, he said he said in verse 29, I'm not trying to teach the Bible, but I'm just telling you guys how God spoke to me and how I was thinking about anger, me operating from anger and being disrespectful, because I've not heard it from like one person but two. But it's not me operating from anger, it's just me and my triggers, right? And how I explode about it, or how I go about it. And then I read this and it blew my mind. So it says, for I know that after my death ye will utterly corrupt yourselves, right? So you guys will corrupt yourselves and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you. So therefore, I did a, I had asked God. I haven't read the Bible in a while. I haven't read the Bible in so long, in months. And today was the day, because for the past 2 days I was thinking about anger and how, or a week or so, I was thinking about anger and how I've been exploding and how it's turned certain people away from me and how I just been like, what is going on, right? So I turned to the Bible because God compelled me, right? So it says, you turned aside from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, because ye will do evil in the sight of the Lord, and ye will do evil in the sight of the Lord. So I was doing evil in the sight of the Lord by, coming off the people and not controlling my anger the way I should. I was doing that, and that kind of spoke to me in that way, and the evil will befall on me. So like certain things that is not happy will fall on me. Like it won't go right. Certain things, God will not bless you if you don't follow his commands and obey him, and that's what is going on with me. I'm operating from anger and anxiety and fear because I'm not walking with God. I'm not actually being close to him. I'm not holy, no, because I smoke weed and all that, but I do know there's a higher power, because when I did fast, some things happened. So now that he did bless me, this is why I think this verse is speaking to me, because when I did the fast, I need to make a video about that too. When he blessed me, and now that I'm starting to, I'm going off the road and I haven't been with God in months, he's talking to me now, and he's like, in the latter days, he said, because ye will do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. And Moses spoke in the ears of all the congregation of Israel through the words of the song until they were ended. So that spoke to me, because when God said, he said, you guys will do evil in the sight of me, but then I will provoke anger through you. That's where I said, you know what? I'm falling off the path here, and I keep asking and seeking answers, and I'm not going to I'm not doing the right things. I can't be half in and half out, and that's what God is basically saying to me. He's like, you're doing too much, and you're not doing the right things, and and when you're not doing the right things, you let certain inner spirits, demons, or negative energy, however you guys want to put it, because there's three different things, and I believe in the higher spirit, God, something. I believe in something, but when you do these things, God's spirit will come and show you that in anger and anxiety and all that will come out through you. And that's what God is showing me. Like, girl, you need to like work on that and come be with me. You know what I'm saying? So now so now I'm compelled to like do a 30-day challenge. Who wants to do a 30-day challenge? Like where you do it yourself, or you go every day and open the Bible just to any page and you read it. You could write it down, study it, whatever, however you want to do it. You could even, or you could change it up every day, read a new story, write about it, read it, analyze it, however you want to do it. But I think God is saying, like, do a 30-day challenge with me, LaShanta. Do a 30-day challenge with me and see how it works, and stop trying to do a 30-day challenge with the world and with yourself, and dealing with the anger issues and all the depression and all the stuff and anxiety that you went through. Because if I keep trying to deal with it on my own, I'm going to just keep vibrating halfway energies towards certain people, and I don't want to have certain triggers in my life. You want to be whole all around, not just halfway. And that's what I think. And I'm not fake, and I'm not telling you that I'm whole all the way, because I'm not, because I had a crazy streak and all that, and I'm working through it, and I seen it again, and I want to let that go in 2019 and in the beginning of 2020. So I'm gonna have to pray for that, and basically try to do this 30-day challenge with God, and trying to learn with him and be with him and spend time with him and help heal my soul through him. I'm not trying to be all holy, because I don't believe in church and stuff like that. I think there's so many hypocrites and stuff like that, but I do believe there's a spiritual realm. because when I was reading the tarot, or not reading, or being in tarot card readings, and that had accurate information, there is something spiritual. That's not just, yeah, it could be negative energy, the devil. We don't want to say that, but who else? If it ain't God, then it's the negative aspect of God. It's the other side. And I think that if I don't follow in the footsteps of God, He's going to show me the other way, and I'm not trying to go down the wrong route. And he's trying to tell me to save my temple, and I've been asking him, like, about Sullivan Sea and stuff like that. That's another hard one. He helped me with the cigarettes. He's breaking my core, and I think he's just breaking it down and helping me more. But I have to spend more time with him and learning how to deal with my angers and fears. So like I was saying, like, I don't want to operate no more from anger within people, like where I lash out on them because I'm not happy or things not going my way because I get a no, or I have to learn how to take that no and deal with it and see if I could try to deal with it or try to ask another way. I don't know, but just figure it out and not try to be always get in my way and be so bossy or be so stubborn towards people or expect people to try to show me all this attention when I really don't show them none, not because I'm stuck up, not because of that. It's just because I am afraid to like open up to people, and because they will probably take my kindness as weakness, or they'd be like, oh, she ain't this, and I know what my worth is. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people don't realize your worth. You know what I'm saying? So you have to like value yourself, and if you're not gonna value yourself, then who else will? God will help you value yourself. I know that, but He's helping me because and before I didn't, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to value myself, how to say no to certain things and certain people, and not let certain things, influence me. But I do have to learn how to operate, like I said, from a real heart of joy, and not just having a hard rock heart. And if somebody does something wrong or say something I don't like and get all emotional about it and just like operate from fear, you actually got to take that breath, think about it, not be passive, and just talk to that person differently, express myself differently, and not through anger, because that's what I've been through in my relationship. I expressed myself through anger, and it was just not working out. And I do want to cut this video off because it did shut off, but like I said, God is going to help me help myself, and I'm going to try to spend 30 days with Him every day, and do a video about the results of my fast and stuff like that. But I need to learn to stop operating. People need to learn to operate from fear, anger, and anxiety, and just learn to love each other, and just learn to work better with ourselves. And that's what I think God is trying to help with me. He's trying to help me work better with myself and not lash out at people and be so, rude towards people and stuff like that. Just be respectful, not disrespectful, but be assertive and get your point across in a respectable manner. And I'm learning how to do. Hey, yeah, like I was saying, because it cut off again, Spirit doesn't want me to get this video out. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I need to not operate from disrespect and anger and stuff like that, and walk with God and ask Him to help me. And He's and when these certain triggers come up, I learn how to deal with them and not bypass them and be passive and be open, and learn how to fast from certain things that I don't need to go in with the 2020, like learning to fast from people that's not supposed to be in my life, fasting from weed, fasting from sex, fasting from being angry, fasting from just a whole gunk of stuff from just years of stuff. Now the 30-day Bible challenge, I'm gonna do it, and I'll keep recording videos about certain things that I have insights about, but I'm not going to be like teaching the Bible, because that's not what we're supposed to do as women, I think. But I'm just teaching what I learned from the Bible and how I'm using it in my life, and how we could possibly use it in our lives, and how it relates to certain things in our life. But yeah, like I said, for the first part, I just want to not operate from fear, because that verse did hit a spot on with me. The verse that I read earlier in the video, it hit a spot with me, and it was just like, if I keep not following God, He's gonna wreak havoc on me and put me through stress and anger and not bless me, and He's gonna allow anger to work through me. He's going to provoke anger to work through me, and that's what he's been doing, because it was just like a whole heap of stuff, and then now I got to deal with certain things. In 2020, I want it to be different. So I'm going to do the 30-day Bible challenge and see where it goes, and I'm going to try my best, because I'm not perfect. I hope if I skip a day, I'll let you guys know, but hopefully I won't. But I'll explain what I learned and how I can pertain it to my life and things like that. So thank you guys for watching the video. Comment below. Let me know if you liked it. If you want to hear anything different, but if it pertained to you and any of that. Thank you for watching, and I'll get with you guys soon. Bye.